Hi, I'm Miranda, and today we're going to be talking about different ways in which we can help young learners, especially children who can't yet read or write, learn English in a fun and playful way. So when I'm teaching my young learners, I try and be as theatrical as I possibly can. So I'll use lots of physical gestures, I'll use lots of facial expressions, and I'll use my tone of voice to help their comprehension and prompt their answers. I'll also use visual prompts, and I'll use also tactile prompts, and I'll be introducing to you this pocket cube in a moment's time. So let's go back to physical prompts. Two questions that children tend to get really mixed up with are how are you and how old are you? And there's no point in just drilling those two questions again and again and again because they're not going to get it. They can't differentiate between one phrase and another. So you have to find a different way to help them understand. For example, I'll use gestures, and I'll say, for example, if I have a group of children in front of me, I'll say, how are you? And I'll prompt their answer by saying, I'm fine, thanks. A big thumbs up. It's really, really simple, but it's really, really effective. So how are you? I'm fine, thanks. So that's one example. How old are you? I'll usually help prompt their answer by counting on my fingers. So I'll say, how old are you? And I'll count on my fingers. How old are you? And I'll get them to count with me. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 4. Great. Then, for example, apart from physical gestures and tone of voice, I'll use some props. For example, flashcards with an illustration. So when I can't use a physical gesture, I'll use these props with colours, for example. What's your favourite colour? And I'll get the whole group in unison to answer, my favourite colour is, and I'll point to one child, and that one child can choose what their favourite colour is, and they really enjoy that. My favourite colour is orange, my favourite colour is red, etc. So you could do that with colours, or for example, even the same thing with animals. What's your favourite animal? You get the whole group in unison to answer, my favourite animal is an elephant, a giraffe, a horse, and they get to point to the animal on the prompt card, on the flashcard. So great way of helping children with these visual prompts. Let's get down to this, one of my favourites. This is called a pocket cube, and what you can do is, this works particularly well if you have small groups. What I'll do is I'll print out some illustrations off internet. These are it's my sun illustration, and I will laminate it for protection. And then you just simply slide into the plastic pockets your illustration. And here, as you can see, I've put in some weather illustrations, and you can get a child then to throw the cube, and while you're saying what's the weather like, and wherever it lands, the child can say it's sunny. Then you can say again, get everybody to repeat, what's the weather like? And then you can get one child to throw the cube without dropping it, and they'll answer it's windy, etc. This is a great game to do, a great prop to have in your prop box to do with, especially with smaller groups. With larger groups, I tend to prefer doing gestures, just because with the cube, maybe the energy is a little bit slower, and with larger groups, you really need to keep that energy up and a lot of momentum with your energy. So I will tend to do more physical gestures. What's the weather like? It's sunny, it's windy, it's rainy, it's stormy. It's a lot quicker, but this is great for one-to-one or small groups. So here you have 3 ways of helping children comprehend English a little bit easier and helping them prompt their answers. Physical gestures, visual cards, flashcards, and tactile activities, for example with this pocket cube. So there you go. Those are my activities for today. Thanks for watching, and remember, be theatrical.